is now. And welcome to the SVK Crypto Podcast. 15 minutes of crypto fame.
My name's Charles Storry. I will be your host for the next 15 minutes. We're coming live from the city of London. So let's get down to business. Today's Friday, the 9th of February 2018. I want to kick things off by giving Aaron Nazari a massive shout out. He did a great event last night. Well, he held a great meetup event regarding ICOs. He was covering his strategy, how it's changed from a flipping model to more of a hodl strategy, whereby he finds true value in projects, goes in at an early stage and holds because he believes in the space. And it was super interesting. It was great to meet everyone at the event. It was great to meet people who'd been to our events as well, because the regular listeners will know that SVK Crypto hosts 2 monthly crypto events in London. We do a larger type event, which is a platform for any ICOs that are in town. And we do a more personal type event, which is a smaller type event for us to kind of communicate with our ever-growing community and have a kind of a Q&A session there. So it was great to be part of his meetup last night, and I just want to give him a massive shout out. So to kick things off today, Bitcoin is currently trading at $8,315. Now, it's really interesting because I looked at a year chart, and everyone's talking about Bitcoin when you meet people, and they're like, "Oh, Bitcoin's slow, Bitcoin's clunky, Bitcoin." You know, it went from 10,000, went from 18, 20,000 down to 8,000. You don't want to trade Bitcoin. And I really disagree with that. And here's why. Bitcoin is the original. And Bitcoin's not going anywhere. Bitcoin, I believe, is the trade for long-term value. Now, it's not going to make you the most amount of capital in the shortest space of time. I would agree with that. But what I would say is that if you are someone looking for long-term value with low risk, Bitcoin is definitely a great option. Now, this time last year, actually, funny enough, so the 9th of February, Bitcoin was trading at $1,001. That's a 734% return year to date. I'm not going to argue with that. I mean, I let the numbers speak for themselves. And in a year's time, there's no doubt in my mind that it's going to be way above the current price. So that's my 2 cents on Bitcoin. Ethereum is currently trading at $833. That had a low in the last 24 hours of $790, going to a high of $835, going back down to the current level of $833. NEO is currently trading at $113. That's up 1% in the last 24 hours. We saw a low of $108 going to a high of $114, then going back down to the current level of $113. QuantStamp, great project. We're super bullish. QuantStamp's currently trading at 31 cents. We saw a low on QuantStamp of 29 cents going to a high of 31 and then going back down to the current level of 30 cents. Aeon's currently trading at $2.84. The low point on AIM was $2.67. We saw a high in the last 24 hours of $2.88. And it went down to the current level of $2.84. Loopring is currently trading at 64 cents. We saw a low of 60 cents going to a high of 65 and then returning to the current level of 64 cents. I'm also pleased to announce the current market cap of the crypto space is $403 billion, which has been going steadily up day after day of reporting on this for the last 72 hours. With that in mind, let's get on to the next part of the show.
Crypto Newsflash. 5 crypto news stories from around the world.
Crypto exchange Binance relaunches after upgrade. Grants users 70% fee discount. For anyone that's been following Twitter and following the Binance story, they basically closed down yesterday, and they said it was due to having a technical difficulty, system upgrade, I think the phrase was. Now, lots of people said they were being hacked, but it seems that wasn't the case, and we're just literally doing a system upgrade. So let's jump into the story. Popular cryptocurrency exchange Binance has announced on its site today, February 9th, that it has completed its system upgrade after technical difficulties resulted in significant delays. The company's post confirmed all functional would return at 10 a.m. UTC February 9th, with Binance offering a 2-week 70% discount on trading fees as a sign of gratitude for their unwavering support throughout the upgrade process. Binance has risen to international fame in the brief 6-month period and has existed on the cryptocurrency exchange market. This week, CEO Changpeng Zhao was named as one of the crypto industry's richest people in a first of its kind list from Forbes. Having already appeared on mainstream media as an industry expert, even publicly criticizing Warren Buffett. As of January 2018, Binance was the largest trading platform in the world. Cointelegraph reporting users numbers increasing by 240,000 per hour and restrictions being placed on new signups. Despite a slowdown in the complex procedures used to facilitate the upgrade, Zhao assured users on social media that the integrity of data was not at risk at any point. And here's what he said. There was a DDoS attack on our cloud provider. Resolved, but there's still some lingering effects. He added in a further recent Twitter update, the exchange had managed to refute accusations a hack was taking place as the technical issues unfolded Thursday, February 8th. Let's get on to the next story. India's tax department is sending notices to crypto investors. A great story, let's jump in. An Indian tax official has said that gains from cryptocurrency investment are subject to tax liability and that it will seek those trying to avoid paying up. During an event on Tuesday this week, Shashil Chandra, chairman of India's Central Board of Direct Tax, the CBDT, confirmed that around 100,000 notices have been sent to residents who have not included their cryptocurrency investment on income tax returns. According to Chandra, the notices were sent by the department's law enforcement unit across the country to ensure cryptocurrency investors are aware of the tax liabilities. Chandra said, people who have made investments in cryptocurrencies and have not declared income while filing taxes have not paid tax on the profit earned by investing. We are sending them notices as we feel that it is taxable. Interesting, they feel it is taxable. The latest statement from India's tax department comes as confirmation to a previous report saying that tax notices were sent to investors after a nationwide survey has discovered some 3.5 billion worth of cryptocurrency being traded in a 17-month period. According to Chandra, his agency has conducted several surveys on domestic exchanges in an effort to gather information about regular traders, including how many people are regular contributors, how many have registered themselves, and how many have done trading. Based on the surveys, the agency said investors that were sent notices had failed to properly and clearly disclose the holding of their cryptocurrency investment. Let me know your thoughts. Very controversial story, but an interesting one of that. Let's get on to the next one. Korean exchange BitHum is accepting new users again. Woohoo! Let's jump into the story. South Korean cryptocurrency exchange BitHum is now accepting new investor registrations following integration of regulator-mandated Know Your Customer procedures. In an announcement on its homepage, BitHum said that starting from February 9th, investors on the platform will be able to confirm their identity through accounts at Nonghim Bank. The firm further detailed that KYC integration with Shinhan Bank is also being pursued. The integration arrives just 10 days after a formal ban on anonymous virtual trading accounts in South Korea, as reported by CoinDesk. The country's Financial Service Commission, the FSC, had mandated that all cryptocurrency exchanges in the country must introduce real name verification procedures for all customers via domestic banks by January 30th. That followed the ruling that domestic banks must stop issuing new virtual accounts to cryptocurrency exchanges, announced in late December. The KYC integration means that existing and new investors registered on BitHum are able to resume trading in compliance with the Commission's rules. Yet it appears that not every platform is finding it easy to transition to the new KYC procedures. A smaller exchange, Coinpia, had to halt trading and deposits after it failed to integrate the verification system with local banks. According to an earlier report from Korea's news agency Yonhap, banks in South Korea may reject small to mid-sized cryptocurrency platforms and only integrate with major exchanges such as BitHum, Upbit, CoinOne, and Corebit. Great story. Interesting what's going on in South Korea, and we will see if any other countries are taking the same stance. Let's get on to the next part of the show.
Top Twitter tweet of the day.
The top Twitter tweet today goes to Yoni Asia, and you can go follow him at Yoni Asia. And here's the tweet. Trading and investing in crypto is a civil right. The right for free commerce. The separation of state and capital. The freedom to own digital assets. Great tweet. We love that one. Let's go to the next one. So the second tweet today is from Michael Parsons, and you can go follow him at Bitcoin Byte. And here is his tweet. He actually has put a quote. And here's the quote. So this could actually be a defining moment for regulation. That it will either lead to blanket bans popping up all over and force the governments to come off their high horse and accept and integrate Bitcoin and others. Woohoo! With that in mind, let's get on to the next part of the show.
SVK's current global crypto view.
So here's the situation. We're going to be looking at a couple coins today that I have been looking at, or we've been looking at SVK Crypto. And we're just going to do kind of a quick summary on each coin, you know, if it's still undervalued or where it's currently trading at, and if we think that this is a still a good opportunity to buy or not. And I just want to stress that this show is not financial advice. This is our own view at SVK Crypto. We're not financial advisors. What we are is crypto investors, and this is our 2 cents in the situation. So let's jump into it. NEO is currently trading, as I said before $113. Now, NEO's high point was $162. So I think around the $100 mark for NEO is a really good entry, and here's why. They're working on some really, really interesting projects. There's a lot of ICOs that are going to be coming out in the NEO blockchain. For any ICO that comes out in the NEO blockchain, it gets a lot of attention because it's considered a quote-unquote hot space at the minute, which means a lot of volume comes through the NEO network. Now, they're working on this very issue of scalability. Now, this is something that's core to NEO. It's at the forefront of their minds. And from having hung out with the NEO guys on many different occasions, this is something that is a priority to them. So I think if they do crack that, which, out of anyone in the market, Ethereum, NEO, the scalability is at the top of their agenda. And I feel that, NEO is one of those teams that could solve the issue for scalability. And on their own blockchain, most important, if they do, $113, $113 per token or per coin, and 7 billion market cap is extremely undervalued. And they're ranked 8th at the minute. So I really feel that NEO has really good potential. $113. It's a little bit high, but I feel it's still a good entry if you're looking for a long term. For a short term type trade, I don't think NEO's your best trade, but I feel that if you're a believer in the project and you've done your own research on the team and you have an understanding of the space, NEO's are definitely an asset that you've got to have a serious think about and add to your portfolio if it's something that's in line with your appetite for risk. The second coin or token is going to be Icon. Now, Icon's currently trading at $4.40. Now, some of the tokens I'm going to be covering today, tokens that have basically in the market sell-off have dropped by considerable amounts, like any other token, but haven't necessarily gone back that quick. They're still kind of at a low point. Now, is this because people are flushing back into projects such as Ethereum or going back into Bitcoin and taking those quick gains? It's interesting where the market's going to go in the next week or two. Will we see another altcoin pump again? You know, I remember a couple of weeks ago or a couple of months ago, day after day, you'd see a pump of a new coin because there's capital just going to each and every one day after day after day. And this is something we're going to see kind of coming back into really well established projects like Icon. I'm not sure, but I know Icon at the minute, I would say, is undervalued for its actual price. I know the ICO'd at like 12 cents or something. It's trading at $4.40, but I know the high of Icon was around $12.06. So let's jump in. So for anyone that doesn't know Icon, Icon is basically a project building one of the largest decentralized networks in the world. So it's a big, big idea. And basically the Icon network is comprised of various institutions ranging from finance institutions, insurance companies, hospitals, universities, and more. It's a protocol project. They basically kind of have 26 Korean securities firms launch the Korean Financial Investment Blockchain Consortium in 2016. They were part of that, and they've been doing a lot out in Asia. In Q4 of 2017, they basically successfully launched the world's first enterprise blockchain service called Chain ID and shared security system for ID theft. Application for their technology is being developed for clearing and settlements, and that's due in 2018. Now, if they execute on that, that could be huge. And they're doing many different things. They've got security, insurance, and banks are kind of the main priorities. They're also going to be covering universities and hospitals. These are the kind of projects they're working on at the minute. Now, if they're able to execute one of their one of their targets this year, Icon could definitely see more capital come back into it. So let's have a look. So it's currently trading at $4.40. We saw a high of $12.47. So it's a little bit more than I originally said. We saw a low. We saw it basically in the sell-off go from $10 down all the way down to $2.90, regaining in the last kind of 24 hours up to around $4.60. Currently trading at $4.40. Interesting proposition, definitely worth taking a closer look at for any crypto investors that are looking to add to their portfolio at the minute. Take a look at it. That's what I can kind of suggest. A coin or a token I'm going to cover right now is something that I really don't recommend getting involved in. It's called E-coin, and the ticker for this is ECN. The current price for it is $67, and today it's up 2,000%, right? But I'm going to tell you something. The volume is 427,000, but like I've been monitoring this, and on the 5th, the 5th of February, the volume was at like $700, and it was trading like $7.58. So what's happened is like someone's come in, probably the team themselves or a friend, and it's just bought everything. And because there isn't much volume on the market, they've manipulated the price up. So other investors basically are like, oh geez, like eCoin's up 500%. I should really buy some of that. So they buy it, and then other people kind of swarm in, and the day after day it kind of builds up, and then the volumes have grown rapidly. So as I said, in the last 24 hours, the volume has been 427,000. I really don't think it's something that you should entertain, but I thought I'd bring it to your attention. Singularity Net, the token symbol for this, or the ticker symbol, sorry, is AGI. Singularity Net are an AI company. They basically recently closed their token sale, and this is a little bit about them. In the future of AI, or the future will run on AI, according to the website. Singularity Net lets anyone monetize AI, allowing companies, organizations, and developers buy and sell AI at scale from the creators of Sophia the robot. So Sophia the robot is a very famous robot that was literally able to hold a conversation with a human being. And the creator behind that launched Singularity Net with a great team. They're actually on the show I think it was a month back now. So definitely check that interview out. But basically they were trading at $1.81. In the sell-off, they went to as low as 29 cents. And they're currently trading at around 42 cents. They don't have great liquidity. I mean, they've traded in the last 24 hours just over $1 million worth of volume. They're listed on KuCoin, EtherDelta, and Tidex. So, I mean, it's a project that you should probably do some deep diving on. If you have a good understanding of AI or an interest in AI, it's probably something that's up your street. If you don't, then it could be a bit of a long weekend if you start to study that one. So, I thought I'd bring that one to your attention as well. I also wanted to be speaking about, very briefly, the Binance coin. BNB is the token ticker. That's currently trading at $8.71. So Binance coin was basically trading for around the mark of 10 cents for a very long time, up until kind of December. And around December, volumes and great stories started coming out by Binance. It went to a high of around kind of $10. And then it just went nuclear when that story came out about 240,000 accounts in 1 hour were signed up to Binance. And it went from $10 in one day to $20. And then it fell back down to a level of around $15 and then jumped back up to the high point, which is $24.46. And the market sell-off, it went all the way down to $5.72, regaining a couple of dollars to the current level of $8.71. Binance coin is basically, if anyone doesn't know, a coin that you can use for trading on Binance, and that cuts your costs by like 50%. So the cost at the minute is 1% when you transact on Binance, and this basically cuts that by half. So a lot of people have been buying it just due to the amount of press Binance is getting at the minute, and the amount of attention, because attention equates to money in crypto, and the more attention you have, the more you're in the spotlight, the more people know about you, the more chance they have to invest. So I think Binance coin is definitely something that you should have a look at. And it depends, like, do you believe in Binance, or do you think there's going to be another exchange in the not so distant future that's just literally going to crush them? I mean, let me know your thoughts. All right, guys, that's a wrap. I got to bounce. Have a phenomenal weekend. And as always, remember to like and subscribe to all of our channels. Tweet us at SVK_crypto. Email myself, Storry, CSTORRY at svkcrypto.com. And join our Crypto Crowd community. The Crypto Crowd community is basically a community of like-minded investors and crypto investors and individuals looking to get in on early stage deals. You can join us on Telegram, and the Telegram name for that is SVK Crowd, one word. Check it out. Join us. Say hello. Join the ever-growing community. Have a great weekend, and that's a wrap.
You've been listening to an SVK Crypto podcast original. Follow us on Twitter at SVK_crypto. Email us on cstorry at svkcrypto.com. Leave us a message on our website, www.svkcrypto.com.